Do we need drugs? Are our leaders on drugs when they ask us to socially distance, and some stock plays to send your portfolio into a drug-like high? I'm Peter Switzer.
I'm Paul Rickard.
And we're mad about money.
Well, Peter, I don't know about you, but I guess you've been taking a few drugs this morning, have you? For those sort of crazy sort of leaders?
Well, look, the only drug I've ever been on, Paul, is the drug of life. But I'm really concerned that people don't understand how important a drug vaccine is going to be. We saw the stock market yesterday rocket up on that news from Moderna, who actually looked like they had a vaccine. Up 20% Moderna, down 9% today. It's an up and down thing when it comes to vaccines.
Well, it is. If you look at the longer term picture, though, their share price has more than doubled, Peter, before this. So
Okay.
Lots of people betting on an outcome. There are so many companies putting money into research of drugs.
100.
Yep. And look, I guess something is going to be found. I mean, not all viruses have cures or have vaccines, so we've got to put that into perspective. But the market wants something to happen. Donald's going to make it happen, and you've got to believe the market and Donald and the power of global enterprise will actually come up with something.
Well, what fascinates me, Paul, is that the chief global equity strategist for Wells Fargo, Scott Breen, on TV yesterday morning said that he believes that the US could be out of recession by the end of June. Now, he must be either on drugs.
He's on drugs, I reckon. I don't think a drug is come back to your opening point, I don't think a drug is actually that essential, Peter. I think it will calm a lot of nerves, but if we can work with the way with social distancing and everything other, get the economy back to close to normal, markets can continue on their merry way. But a drug would certainly, that'll give us the V shape as opposed to the more likely
and that's what he's
U
saying.
shape. Yep.
That's what Breen said. He's seeing a V shape. Big gamble on those sort of calls, but let's hope he's right. Now let's go to the other topic. I heard Andrew Constance, the New South Wales Transport Minister, telling people not to use public transport if they don't have to. And my question is, why don't you just make them wear masks? If you want to be on public transport, you have to wear a mask. If you don't want to go shopping, you have to wear a mask. What do you reckon, Paul?
I agree with you, Peter. I don't.
I'd like to do a show with a mask.
Look, I think this whole thing, from outside New South Wales, you won't have heard, you can have 12 people on a bus, you can have 32 people on a train, and I think 48 on a tram or something, right? These are rules in New South Wales, and the bus driver's meant to tick you off as you get on, and then you won't stop. But there aren't any more buses, so how are people going to come back to work with no more public transport? Hey, we're going to have pop-up car parks somehow in Sydney. Don't know where the land for that sits. This guy, he's a wet blanket. But anyhow, the more logical thing
He could be on drugs, Andrew
He could be on
Constance.
drugs. People are still very worried. That's what there's an essential poll out every week. It shows that people are still very concerned about the virus. So I think the best way to deal with it, Peter, is make people wear masks.
That's right.
Look,
they do it in Asia, and they've been used to pandemics and viruses for a long, long time. Look, only for a couple of months. And by the way, for some people I know, I'd rather look at them with a mask on as well, quite frankly.
That's a tough call.
I was talking about you as a matter of fact.
I know you were.
And the follow stock plays that could send your portfolio into a drug-like high, Paul.
Well, look, the obvious one, Peter, is the share purchase plans that are closing the next week. So today, Ramsay's closes. If you're a Ramsay shareholder, you can buy shares at $56. The shares closed yesterday at $67.42.
Hoo-ha.
National Australia Bank is the big one. It's at $14.15. It closes on Friday. It's at last shares yesterday at $15.49. We've got Lend-Lease, we've got Cube, and we've also got Newcrest. They're all, the share purchase plan offer prices are well below where the stock is trading.
All right, now if you aren't a drug user, I've known you for a long time, apart from the odd red wine, all those stocks, Paul, are they worth buying? If you're holding now,
they're probably worth buying, but the other way to play it, if you don't want to buy, is you can actually just sell the shares on market now and buy them back in the share purchase plan. A little bit of a gamble as to how many you get, but it's not too big a risk to take. But I think they're pretty well all worth buying, Peter. I think as it happens, we saw it in the 2008 GFC, there were lots of capital raisings. They were the time to buy. For retail shareholders, that's the follow-on in this crash of 2020. So by and large, these are worth buying. Get your checkbook out and get it done, because you don't get there by 5 o'clock.
You're starting to sound like Jerry Harvey.
I am. You have to pay by BPay. If you don't get there by 5 o'clock, you miss out. Ramsay's the first today, NAB's on Friday.
And we should actually point out one well-known company that did a share
purchase plan.
Purchase plan was Cochlear. Now it's rebounded since then pretty strongly, hasn't it?
Yeah, look, they've been pretty well all of them. There's only been one that's been a bit of a dud, and that was.
Can't help you.
I don't on my list. I just can't think of
one
it.
dud. He'll
One
find
dud,
by next
but
week.
the others have done pretty well. So look, just as I said, I think it's a great way to add to your holding. And as I said, if you don't want to have it, you can just sell the shares before or afterwards in the market. So
Okay.
I don't think there's too much risk.
Okay, I'm Peter Switzer.
I'm Paul Rickard,
and we're mad about money.
Shh.